Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go. Great team! Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Watch twist. And let's go!
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Tight right.
From the gun, here's Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now that is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now. 40 the flag. Check 41. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go. Watch twist.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
What you got?
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw is Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
10 more there and another 1st down.
First down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They run with Hines. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Texans take over. Let's go, boys. Go! At their own 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's free. It's free. Quick. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Now Brissett. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. from the shotgun. It's Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First down, Colts.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Second and 15 now. Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it second and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Colts 14, Texans 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6 and then decent field position and throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this run. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Buddy up. I got you. Sling.
On first down, Mack. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Hines. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. That is caught inside the 5. 12 yards there and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 in the car.
Watson on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Right here, right here. Check.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 1st down, Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Watson going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, First half going
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Brissett. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get off the field. Go. Take it. And we're going 37's the mic.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Able to find the rookie from Ohio State, Paris Campbell. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Colts.
On first down, Mack. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Indianapolis.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Brissett. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 23-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, you got 3, three down.
They'll go again here with Mack. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check pass. Undercross.
They'll run it with Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
You set. 19. Two times.
First down, a run with Hyde. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, at this stage of the game in this second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get wide. Switch.
Here's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
You can't block me. You can't.
From the end zone, Watson caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 99 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Brissett looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is Hines. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. They run again with Hines. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Let's go, boys.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. On 2nd and 9, Watson, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah,
Most
they
times,
thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Colts, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.